what's up, metal and heavy music fans? It's Flight of Icarus again with MetalTrenches.com, and I am here with the boys from Torrential Downpour again, and also Joey, who helped put this new music video together.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Jason Parker. I sing and write the lyrics, do samples, and make weird noises in Torrential.
Yeah, sure. I'm Jason, and I play guitar in Torrential Downpour with, synths and samples on the side.
I'm Joey Carlino. I'm from Massachusetts, freelance animator, and I make pizza also at a bakery.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
I make pizza too.
You're making me hungry.
We all make pizza.
All right, here we go.
Right off the bat, man, it's just that opening, it's just so fucking right.
All right, so I want to pause this right here because this section here was the first thing that Joey sent us. It was like the first test that Joey had sent us, and as you could as you could see through it. It's just so wild. We were blown away when we first saw this stuff. We were just like, "Oh my god! All right, we got it. This is the video. Here we go." And then it was like, "Wait, what's that? It's a tentacle? Wait, what is that?" It's like,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, then the little preview stopped, and that was all we had. And it was like, "Fuck! Well, where's the rest?"
It left you hanging.
It was like, yeah, dude. It was working with Joey was pretty awesome, man. Just that first. Cool. Impression right off the bat was just
super ominous. Whoa.
Yeah, some Lovecraftian stuff going on here almost. So I mean, but Joey, what was your mindset or your mindset or concept going into this?
Yeah. So I guess I was just kind of thinking about it thematically initially of there's a lot of starting in close and then zooming out over and over again.
Sorry.
And I was also playing with the idea between technology or just really rigid metal looking things, and then mixing in some organic stuff too.
Okay.
So the organic stuff was the tentacle at the end, and I started mixing it up with that.
Channeling some Giger there. So whenever I think organic mixed with machinery, my mind instantly goes to Giger.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What? I purposely did not watch all of this yet too, because I kind of wanted to be a little bit surprised.
Oh, cool.
That's wild. It's neurons and circuit boards and little tumors. Very kind of Cronenberg-y too.
Right, yeah. It's almost like body horror kind of thing to it.
Yeah.
That was an aspect of the video. When I first reached out to Joey about this video and we were talking concept-wise, I'd relayed Joey basically there's a dream that I had, and I was like, all right, I kind of have this idea about the video, maybe kind of base it on this dream that I had. And it was I was in this theater in the dream, and we're watching this premiere of some film or something like that, and whole place is packed. It's a packed house. The movie starts, and it's just all these images that are just completely unfamiliar, just completely just alien. And people don't know how to react. And in the dream, all the people in the audience, some people just start screaming. Some people start running for the exits. Some people just are disgusted, turning away from the screen. Some people are crying, having very emotional responses. And it's all these weird images, these weird fleshy kind of I don't know, abstractions, but that are pulsating and gyrating and stuff like that. But it was very alien, and you couldn't pinpoint what it was. So that was kind of what I relayed to Joey, and then he kind of just ran with it and did amazing work here. This is just almost what I visualized. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that definitely changed the way I went about it initially, because I was just going to do a lot of like technical metal looking stuff, and like the only reason I mixed in all of the, you know, that last part, like the organic, like pulsating, kind of like freaky, but not easy to identify, I guess,
Yeah.
stuff, is because of, you know, that conversation we had. And I thought it was interesting.
That's cool. Your dream reminds me of that movie Society. You ever seen that?
Oh no.
Oh, it ends with this famous scene. It's called they even have a name for it. It's called like the shunting or something, and it's like all these high society people are actually aliens, and they all just like form into this amorphous blob of like bodies and flesh, and it's so disgusting. Like they said they had to use like gallons and gallons of like lubricant and stuff to make it look all wet and gross, and it's like classic creature effects. It's like one of the most like famous. If you YouTube like the shunting or Society, you'll find the scene, and it's just so disgusting looking, but it just reminds me of what you described in your dream.
I'm gonna have to look at that up.
I like these colors too, with this sharp yellow. Man, that bass sounds so fucking good too. I think the combination of the music and the visuals on this part's giving me some like Meshuggah vibes too. The fractaling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like that little sudden pulsation of the fire.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the thinking in the shift in the color palette here? Let me pause it. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, there's obviously like a pretty big shift in just like the sound and the feeling of the song, and I felt like it was like a good transition with like that the beam of light just gets like brighter and brighter, and instead of like going back to black, I felt like staying light for a little while was. I feel like it was just like it felt more seamless, I guess.
Yeah.
And this part, like, it's not like it's happy or anything, but it's a lot like lighter sounding. And I went for like that fisheye kind of effect.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's a little disorienting, and the rhythm, where like it's going like, you know, the bass is like going up and down. It's really like topsy turvy.
Yeah.
Like kind of drunk.
I like that. That's
yeah.
cool.
I don't know.
Any particular
That was
reason
my
with
thinking
like
anyway.
the particular like the green and blue, like, or was that just you just went with it?
I mean, just like I just like those colors a lot. So like a lot of the video is just a lot of like blues and greens, except for that last part. It was just like a high intensity part of the song, and so I kind of wanted to go for like a different color. So I threw in a lot of like orange and yellow to make it like warmer, and then I just like kind of go back to this palette.
Cool. Yeah, it's
Just like a mood shifting.
Yeah, the colors in this video really are awesome.
Thanks. I'm actually a little colorblind. I have like a red-green color problem. So yeah, it's like whenever people say that, I feel like I have to tell them like, I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. That makes me wonder how this looks to you, because it's a very like interesting, like, I don't know, something about it, that green with the blue and the white. It's just a unique color palette for a music video. Like, I haven't seen many other music videos with that particular palette.
Right? Yeah, it's stark. It looks so cool though.
Yeah.
I love this
Cool.
imagery.
Thanks.
I like the little floaty particles too. Looks like Legos too. I'm a big Lego fan still to this day, so he got me with that. Oh, that's cool. It's just a weird texture transition. So getting more and more bionic. It's like the Borg cube too, for you Star Trek fans out there. Oh, that's super disorienting. Oh, this is cool too. It's like a tesseract too. Oh, that's a cool cut. I like that. Video is so good, it scared Jay away. There he is. Cool.
Yeah.
That kills, man. Like, the song
Yeah,
already is just so freaking intense. Like, it's ridiculous, and I think the visuals just match it so perfectly. So, yeah, that's awesome.
It was definitely a challenge.
Yeah. How long did it take you to put that together? Just out of curiosity.
Like over the course of 2 months, I put in like 100 or so hours, and just like a lot of back and forth, really, sending little snippets, emails, and stuff.
And Joey's he's very like on top of it too. Like you know, he'd have like something for us like basically every couple of days. Like it was just like, you know, he was constantly sending us updates, constantly sending us new like snippets and stuff like that. So it was great working with him. And yeah, any feedback that we had or any, you know, he was able to like tackle that stuff.
I saw it as like a collaborative process. So any changes that anybody felt like needed to happen, you know, I really wanted it to like match the video was my main thing. So
it was great for us. It was
priority.
like it's like watching a television show. It's like, you know what I mean? You get like one little episode and then all of a sudden we get another episode. And by the time the video is done, that's it. That's the whole season. It's like, all right, we finally get it. It's like, oh yes, we kept getting left on cliffhangers over and over again.
That's sick. I love it. I want to get as many eyes on it as possible for sure.
Oh, of course.
And Joey, like, are there other videos that you've done that people should be aware of that they can check out?
I don't have a whole lot of work. I do have a YouTube channel right now. I make like mostly tutorials and stuff, like how to make stuff like this kind of.
So yeah.
Yeah. Especially people in lockdown definitely want to learn some stuff.
For sure.
But yeah, on my YouTube channel, it's just like youtube.com/Joey Carlino, I think. I do have like a playlist of stuff I've made for people, but I don't have a whole lot of public work. I did like one other teaser for you guys, Torrential Downpour, and I did like a really short clip for Bangladeshi, and that was a lot of fun too.
That would be a good fit too. I could see. I love Bangladeshi. These guys are
check that out.
Oh yeah, they're great.
You know, I just appreciate when people put the extra effort into their videos in some way. So there's just so many like, you know, band playing their song videos, and that's fine, but it gets kind of dull. It's not very fun to like respond to, or you won't remember it too. Like 2 seconds later, it's forgotten, and they all use usually kind of the same, like all of them are using that same color palette too, where it like usually starts with like stark white background, and then there's like usually a transition later when it gets heavier to like red background with like big intense blacks and everything, and it's like it's always the same. So and having come up like, you know, grown up in the era where, you know, MTV and VH1 were still such a big thing for music videos, and everybody was put like, I still remember music videos from like Other Side from Red Hot Chili Peppers, like that music video always like stands out in my head from that era. And then like obviously like the Tool music videos and stuff. Like I have such an appreciation for that art form, and you just don't get as much of it anymore, despite the fact that we have this huge platform to like really flex it, but I don't know. But it's nice when I come across stuff like this. And then also, I know in email we were talking about that Lou Kelly video, which was actually like animated and everything. That was such a unique little treat to to respond to that too.
What program did you use for that to make our video?
So for this, I used Blender. It's like a free open source 3D program that's it's gaining a lot of traction right now. Mostly because it's free and open source. And then I edit it with DaVinci Resolve, which is another free. It's another free program. I use a lot of free stuff.
Nice.
That's cool.
I'm all about
open
that.
source stuff is fantastic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just really glad we finally were able to do a video after all this time, and this exceeded our expectations. So yeah. Any other bands need some video work, hit up Joey.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to see more.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that sentiment 100%. The song's interesting too, because it's like one of the songs that has like the least amount of guitar on it. Like where Jay's like playing mostly samples. Those are all like Jay's samples, like those weird sounds and bleeps and bloops and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah.
cool
I really
thing.
love the keys and the synth.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about your music too. It's like I hadn't even thought about that, but there's all these like layers to it where it's like you can pick up on something different every time. So yeah, I hadn't even thought about the fact that there's like not a whole lot of guitar, because
only the end
bass,
part really has the
does
guitar.
so much
Yeah,
of the walking on this one with the tone it has too. It's just so heavy you don't think about it.
Well, yeah, I mean the bass guitar, Matt and Kevin, working together can get a pretty nasty tone.
Yeah.
So
they do.
It's an aggressive guitar on itself. So why throw more boring guitar on top of it? So please, no, it's fun. And then the second half is just total nasty, doomy.
Yeah,
which is a nice contradiction with the colors that Joey picked. I was really surprised that to me, I guess the colors would have been switched, so it would have been bright and then it would have went to the dark. But the fact that he flipped it, that was fantastic. Like I was completely, blown away by that, and it fits perfectly. Like, gosh.
Well, that's the other cool thing about like the artist listener experience is like everybody's taking away something potentially completely different. Sometimes it lines up, sometimes it doesn't. But I liked what Joey was saying too about. I felt the same way about the like rising and falling like bass line, and how it had that kind of like disorienting, kind of almost like sickening vibe to it, like you're like on a boat that's like on the waves or something. And so it does fit with the fisheye lens, and that was a good catch for sure.
And then his attention to detail at the very, very end, there's like during the piano part, this is so cool. It's so small, but there's on the effect, like there's a knob turn and there's a mod shift.
Yeah.
And you line up, you watch like
there's like the little pulse right here.
With the modulation, and it's just like, oh God, man, that's the fine tuning we were looking for. But we didn't even have to tell him, he nailed it all. So like that was, we're really excited with how it's turned out. So.
Yeah, I honestly think like a lot of the success with the video in my eyes is because I liked the music a lot. And I think that
it helps.
Like I like as soon as you guys told me about it and showed me the song, I like put it on my phone and I was like walking to work back and forth, and I was just like listening to it over and over again, just trying to like get ideas and just like, how does this make me feel, and like picking little parts, just picking it apart and noticing the details and stuff like that. And if it was a song that I didn't like, I'd just be like, I don't know, it's a happy song, I'll make it look happy or whatever. But with all the changes and little details, there was like a lot to play with.
Well, again, to anyone who's coming to this video and doesn't have any sort of prior knowledge of Torrential Downpour, this is from their album 2020, which is available everywhere right now. Highly recommend it. If you want to hear more about it too, we did a whole podcast episode talking about the writing of the music and the background and influences, and had a good time with that too. One of my favorite albums of last year for sure, and this is If you liked this song, then you're gonna like the rest of it, because there's plenty more of this craziness to to appreciate there.
Awesome, John. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, you've been so kind to us. We really appreciate all the interest and the all the help you've given us, man. We really appreciate it. Joey, while I got you here, bro, again, I have to say thank you so much for the work on the video, man. We're really floored. Like,
no problem. Thank you for trusting me with it.
Yeah, man. It's great.
More to come. We'll work again, but
I have a feeling we're gonna work again.
Well, thanks all again for doing this. I'll be interested to see how this comes out when I edit it and everything. It's a nice little experiment. Looking forward to maybe doing more stuff like this in the future. But that'll do it for now. If you're new here, please do subscribe to the channel. And Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.